In this exercise, we're going to be writing a summary lead. Now, if you can remember in the PowerPoint, we talked about the 5 steps to developing that lead. We're identifying facts, we're stringing them together in a rough sentence, we're breaking it down to the most important facts, then we're adding in detail and context, and finally polishing to come up with our final lead. So you're going to need the attachment in the exercise that includes several paragraphs of notes, and then at the bottom are several leads that go with those paragraphs. You're going to look at that first one about the body that was found. We're going to take that information and we're going to break it down and come up with the lead. So go ahead, if you haven't read that, go ahead and read that before you continue on with this video. So let's look at the first step, identifying the facts. So what do we have? We have, let's see, the who. This is the 5 W's and H, remember? The who. We have a man in his 20s. What happened? Found dead. He was found dead. Where? At the Foxwood apartment parking lot. When? Early this morning. Why? Well, that we don't know. None of our information tells us anything about why. How? We don't know how he came to be found, how he came to be dead, but we do know how he was found. He was found by a newspaper delivery person. Okay, now we have all of our facts identified. Let's go ahead and string them together. We have a man in his 20s, found dead at, well, we can say early this morning, but we can also just keep it in order, at Foxwood apartment parking lot early this morning by a newspaper delivery person. Okay. Most important facts. The body was found. This male body was found. You could also argue that police are investigating. That's an important fact because it suggests that this was not just a man who died of a heart attack, or it sounds like there's potentially some foul play if police are looking into it. So you could go back up there in your identifying facts. What happened? A man was found dead. Police are investigating. And then you could add that back into this sentence where you strung all the facts together. You can add it into male body was found and police are investigating. Okay, now we're going to add in our detail. And what are some of those details? So a man in his 20s was found dead early this morning at the Foxwood apartment parking lot, and police are investigating. Now, I took out the newspaper delivery person only because I felt that wasn't really an important detail. It wasn't really relevant to the news. So let's go ahead and polish this sentence now. And I'm going to just paste in the sentence that is included on your document. Let's blow it up here. Let's make that a little bigger. So here we have, The death of a man whose body was found early this morning at Foxwood Apartments is being investigated by police. So it may take several times, several different attempts to get the lead exactly where you want it. You'll play with some words, you'll take some words out, you might put some words back in. It's a process. So spend the time polishing and rewriting that lead and get it to just exactly where you want it. And these steps, remember, I want you to use these steps in every story that you write, every story, every exercise, anytime that you're coming up with a lead throughout this course, I want you to go ahead and use these steps because the process is most important here. It really takes a lot of the struggle out. You could sit in front of a paragraph of information and spend hours trying to figure out how do you make that lead? What are the important facts? And it can be very discouraging. So this really will help you get to that final lead much more easily. Okay, now go ahead and try your assignment. You're going to have different information to work with. There are several different paragraphs, and you're going to write your lead based on the information that you have in those paragraphs.